Hello, custom car connoisseurs, and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. In the last episode, we went ahead and picked up two cars to work on. We completed the first one, but now we're still left with this Plymouth Roadrunner 440. So, the car won't start, so the first thing we're going to do is look at the engine. So, what I'd like to do here is let's get out some of our examining tools. Let's go ahead and do an electronic mag. Alright, so the starter's pretty much shot. Tire tread tester, don't really need that right now. Let's go with the OBD scanner. Car doesn't have an OBD port, can't perform. Alright. Let's go with compression tester. Alright, the piston rings are shot. The engine block is shot. Okay, so basically, we're going to need to take this entire engine apart is what they're saying here. Let's go ahead and just start the disassembly process then. Alright, it's a very beautiful car to work on. I like the styling of the Roadrunner and such. This one just has not been taken care of at all. Pretty sure they wanted every filter pretty much replaced, so that's not an issue. We'll go ahead and do that. Actually, you know what? Don't think we need to take out the radiator or the radiator fan. Oh, we're gonna need to. Never mind. Just to be able to get to this engine some. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of parts that need to be replaced on this thing already. Let's get this starter out too. Oh, we're gonna have to get that from under the car. Basically, I mean, from what I remember seeing there, I have to remove the engine block itself. So, you know what? I wonder. Okay, I can't use that, it seems like, for this job. Sort of interesting. But alright. Hopefully we'll get to learn how to use that at a point in time. Just, this is not it, evidently. Alright. I was just fine to take the distributor off entirely, but evidently I have to take pieces off of it. This would be a lot easier to work on a bench or something than just taking a part off at a time from the car. A little bit odd. Get the exhaust off of this side as well, the manifold. Alright, so we're making progress here. Good lord. Yeah, this engine has been definitely ridden hard. Alright, now we're going to have to get it up under the car in order to get the oil filter and starter off. And then perhaps we can remove the engine block. That's a very odd way of doing it, but it is what it is. Oh. Do want to get the oil taken care of here. Go ahead and use the equipment. Don't want to make a mess in my shop here. I did have somebody ask the other week how I have this shop, looking this way and everything like that, and the answer is that there is DLC for this game where you can play in the Wheeler Dealer Garage. I love Wheeler Dealers myself. It's one of my favorite shows on television. I'm very excited for the new season here in season 26. And so, of course, when that became available, I absolutely had to buy it, because the idea of getting to work on the vehicles in their shop just fits so well. It was really enjoyable, so very happy with my purchase of that. But that is the answer, is I'm working in their shop, basically. Getting all these detached while I'm down here. As I said, this would be so much easier to work on the device there, the engine mount. I wonder if it's because I had started taking apart the engine and that's the problem. Not exactly sure. I just don't know how to use the engine mount really at this point. But I definitely think it would have been a better idea than trying to do this way. There's the starter out. And I need the oil filter off too. Alright. Now I should be good to get everything else from the engine bay, I think. Sort of is a challenge looking through things here to try to see what you're doing. We got the timing chain off, camshaft removed. Get all the pistons removed here. I didn't remove, evidently, two of the pistons connectors down here. There we go. Alright, and there's the other one. Accessible from under the lifter. Alright. How about just allowing me to put the whole thing onto the engine hoist and work on it there? Really? I'm gonna have to remove the gearbox for this? Okay, definitely glad I made this into its own video because this is a lot of work here to remove all this. Alright. Now I think we have the engine block by itself. There we go. We have finally taken the engine out. Let us sort the parts here. Actually, I'm going to probably do them by condition so I can see what are the really bad ones. Alright, so the air filter. Well, let's start with the engine block. Actually, it's sort of hard to see that way. Much easier by name. Alright, so we have the air filter VH V8 OHV. That is not what I wanted. That's, I believe, what I want. Yes. Alright. It's another reason I like sorting them by name because that way it puts the parts next to each other. Arm B V8 OVHC. Alright, we need a carburetor C. I'm spelling it wrong, evidently. Oh, alright. I believe this is it. Yes. Alright. Engine block needs to be entirely replaced. Curious to see how much this costs. $1,850. Dang. Alright, well. I am curious here. That's not doing what I want. I can't use that stand, it seems like. Was hoping I'd be able to put the engine block on and work on it right there. But evidently I am not able to. Alright, engine head cover A. Nice thing is they're all orange parts, so I don't have to remember all the lettering for it. Just find the one that's the orange part. Alright, fuel filter and an oil filter for a V8, so we need those two. Fuel filter first, I guess. I was hoping it would be a small list, but it is not. Piston rings, we need 2 of those. This might be my most expensive rebuild I've done in the game yet. Because of the fact that we needed a new engine block. I mean, that by itself just sent the price skywards. Alright, need a rocker arm for a V8 OHVD. Rocker arms, OHVD. Three new spark plugs and a starter. Not sure if it was a V8 or not, so I need to check on that. As I said in the last video, here again, if I was changing out 3 spark plugs, why not spend the extra money and change them all out? They're not that expensive. It was a V8 for the starter. Alright. I mean, they're $5 a piece. Might as well replace them all. That way you make sure that they're all going to hold up. Sort of seems foolish to me to replace some of them and then just have others possibly go bad on you. Alright, so we need 2 valve rods for a V8 OHVF. These are $8 for 2 of them. I would just replace all of them personally. I mean, they are not expensive. Might as well get them all up and running well. Alright, so I think we have all parts that are now in the yellow or the green, which is what we need on this particular job. So let us begin the task of reassembling this motor. Alright, let's go ahead and put that in, and let's attach everything from below that we need first. Put the crankshaft in. Put the flywheel on. Clutch plate. Pressure plate. At least it's a nice engine block now. I always find putting in these drive shafts here so interesting because it's long distance bolting in. Sort of funny that way. Alright, let's go ahead and we have to put in the pistons before we can put in the clamps to hold them in. So last thing under here for right now is the oil filter. There we go. We'll go ahead and drop it down. Did not want the tire, want the engine. And I want to add in all the pistons. Come on. There we go. There's just so many pieces missing that it's wanting to try and guess which of the pieces I'm wanting to add in first. Can't say I blame it for that, as there is a lot to rebuild here. But I want to get all those in, lift it back up, finish the work underneath. Alright, so those are all connected in there. That's good. Now let's get the oil pan back in place. And then we're done with the work under the car. We can lower it down and really work on rebuilding this engine. Wish it just allowed me to take the distributor out as one piece, because you can, and that's all I was wanting to do. I didn't need to pull it apart like that. So a little bit frustrating in that aspect. Let's get the camshaft back in. Camshaft gear. Timing chain. Timing cover. Water pump. Here's one of the pieces we replaced. now the radiator fan. Alright. Surprised that that piece didn't need to be replaced. But doesn't seem like it had to. I think it's actually interesting that this might be the one job on an engine that takes longer in-game than it does in real life, because all you'd have to do is slide the push rods in, so you'd be done with them already. Where here you have to select each one, all that kind of stuff. It's a little bit more time consuming actually. And as I said, sort of ironic in that way. Alright. Spark plugs put in place. The exhaust manifold. All these push rods. Missed one. I was like, why is it not showing me the rocker arm? I had missed the one there. Alright. That's in place. Now the intake manifold can go on. Alright. Let's get the carburetors on. New air filter. And then the ignition wiring. So check what we have here, but I believe, yes, that's everything we had. That's taken care of. That's taken care of. That's taken care of. Brake system. Alright. Well, first things first, one thing I did forget here. We need to fill it up with oil. Alright. Now let's go ahead and, since the car should now start and run perfectly fine, let's bring it over to the test path and see how our work sounds. Need a new steering wheel in here too. Alright, one of the front brakes is not great. One of the back brakes is also not great. Alright, so we found brake pads and a brake drum were bad. That still leaves one part missing, I think. Yeah, we're still undiscovered one part. Let's go ahead then and do what we can by taking it out on the test track. I think it's so interesting to have this far into a particular episode, and I still haven't even taken the car out on the test track yet. Well, the engine pulls nicely. Whoa! As dented as this car was, I guess he probably won't notice, but that's a whoops. The engine pulls nicely, the steering does not complement it well though. Yeah, it's a bit all over the place. Surprised we're not doing suspension work on it. Alright, so brake shoe is the other part that was bad. Probably could have discovered that easy enough just by taking them off and stuff, but you know what? Figure why not? Let's go ahead and test it and see. We'll move it over to the lift that I like to work on the cars on. I just like lift A better. Don't know why, but just do enjoy it better. Alright. So let's see. Hard to tell which wheel it is where the brake problems are. Maybe if I've got it lifted up a bit. Because I'd hate to take off all the tires. I'm seeing red in that one. Alright. So it's brake pads, brake shoe, brake drum. So here's the brake pad that's the problem. Then it's got to be one of the two back wheels. I want to say it was on the same side, but I could be wrong. Alright, it is not this brake drum. Definitely is that brake drum. But it might be that brake shoe on that wheel. Hey. Alright. Yep. There we go. Alright. So we need a brake drum, a brake shoe, and a brake pad. Alright. Brake drum, or brake shoe to start with. Brake pad, and brake drum. Get rid of that, and that. Let's give it the bad one this time. So that way it'll be a little bit balanced. The other one will get the better brake drum, this one will get the better brake shoe. I was able to maneuver my way up here. Works out nice. Let's get this put back together. And that should do it with this car. That's all taken care of. That's all taken care of. That's taken care of. And that is. We made $10,309 on that one. Very nice. Let's finish the order. Get that large sum of money. Go ahead and go over to upgrades here. Let's see. 10% discount on shops. Unlocks fuel pressure test. Learn all about a car's fuel related parts. You can use it for pie menu while on part overview. Odds of successful repair raised to 85%. First thing is I want to save money. Then I'll probably get the tire pressure one after that. Alright, and that should have also unlocked our next story one, which is a turbocharged. We'll read that in the next episode. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. If you enjoyed the episode, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you back for more Car Mechanic Simulator 2018.